boys. Our first NBA stream ever, bro. First NBA stream, and it's NBA trade deadline talk. So I'm pretty hyped. Jonah probably will be joining us later at some point in time, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I'm just trying to get everything situated here. But on this stream here today, um, we're just going to be going over all the trade deadline stuff that's going on. We're going to be breaking news live as they're happening. So you guys will be able to you guys will be able to get the news straight away when we break them. When Shams posts, I'll say it immediately as it happens. So to start off here though, there's really nothing going on right now. So when there is something that happens, we'll go over that. But we're gonna start off. We're just gonna recap some little trades that have been going on because when Jonah comes, I'm thinking we'll talk about all the big trades that have happened so far. So we're gonna start. We'll start today. Um, there haven't been any really big trades today. The probably the biggest one I would say is Io Sumu got traded from the Chicago Bulls to the Minnesota Timberwolves for Rob Dillingham, Leonard Miller, and 4 second-round picks. So I think that's a pretty. I really like that trade for Minnesota. You lost. You traded Mike Conley. Uh, what was that yesterday? Day or two ago. They got rid of him, which was probably needed. He was kind of old. Um, and the thing with the Timberwolves is that this year they've really been struggling with not having a number one option at point guard. So I think that's really good for them. I really like that for them. So that's good. For the Bulls, I don't know what they're doing. They got 4 second-round picks. That's cool. Um, but they don't have any other picks. The Bulls are kind of just screwing around right now. I don't know what they're doing. So there's that, I guess. But uh, yeah, I like this trade for the Timberwolves. I think Dosumu is a really underrated guard who really hasn't had a chance to show his true potential, I guess. He's had last year he had a really good year for Chicago, but I think this elevates the Timberwolves a little bit higher now. This the rest of this regular season and more. And the Timberwolves have trying to just been getting Giannis this year, KD last year, but they got a guard, which is what they really needed. So I'll give the Timberwolves that. Another impactful trade that happened today. Luke Kennard from the Hawks, he got traded to the Lakers for Gabe Vincent and a 2032 second. I like this move from the Lakers, man. They just need more help. I mean, they're just so weird because the issue with the Lakers right now is they got a good team, but they got LeBron, and I know LeBron's top three player all time, but frick, he's not helping out the Lakers right now. And there was rumors he was going to get traded today, but I don't think that's going to happen. He said the Lakers said they're going to keep him till the end of the year, um, which is probably what should happen. It would kind of be a messy ending to everything that they've been able to do in the last 8 years. So there's that, I guess. But good guard adding for the Lakers. The Hawks are just making weird move after weird move. They've been trading a lot of guys, getting a lot of new um, players on their team. Got a decent guard and Gabe Vincent. So I like this trade for the Lakers. I don't know what to think of it for the Hawks. So there's that. Um, Let me think here. Cole Anthony got traded from the Bucks to the Suns in a four-player trade. Now this is a really this is a weird trade because this trade was announced like 3 minutes after um, the Bucks said they're not going to trade Giannis. So the Bucks were on it. They were trying to make some moves. I don't understand the move at all. I guess they got more depth at the forward center position with Nick Richards and Nigel Hayes Davis, but I don't really know what that's going to do for them. They traded a pretty solid guard, in my opinion, in Cole Anthony away to the Suns, who have an injured Devin Booker right now. I don't know if he's back yet, but um, yeah, it's interesting trade, a weird trade for sure. The trade that I was kind of looking at today um, was New Orleans Pelicans. They traded away Jose Alvarado, who's been a really impactful player the last 3 or 4 years ish, something like that. He's been a pretty underrated guard. Obviously, the Pelicans kind of suck this year, as per usual. So I think this is a good pickup for the Knicks. I mean, they already have plenty of guards, but to get another defensive guard alongside Josh Hart, that's a pretty good. I think it's a pretty good pickup. Now you look at the Pelicans. They got some cash, which is good. You always want to have cash, and they got 2 second round picks, so they can just deal those away, I guess. But those those are the main trades that have happened today. Um, Smaller trades. Yabusele got traded to the Bulls from the Knicks for Dalen Terry. Now Yabusele, however his name said, he was a freaking stud for France in the Olympics, said 2 years ago. So yeah. So looking at the other teams, other teams trades here. You look at the three team deal. So I think the Hornets and the Bulls, they had a pretty good trade there. So the Bulls got Colin Sexton and Mike Conley went to the Hornets from the Timberwolves, but the Timberwolves didn't trade anything away. So that was interesting. Now the main trade I think was interesting from yesterday. Jared McCain got traded to the Thunder for just a bunch of draft picks. So that was interesting. Jared McCain really hasn't done much. So that wasn't the biggest trade of yesterday. The biggest trade of yesterday was definitely Anthony Davis getting traded to the Wizards. So that was kind of just a trash trade and on all around. So you look at yeah, you look at who the Wizards got. They got Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Lo, and Dante Exum. And the Mavericks got Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Malachi Branham, Marvin Bagley III, and 5 picks, 2 of which are first rounders. So that's kind of weird. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't think either of these teams won. I don't think either of these teams won this trade. It's kind of just a pretty bad trade overall. So I don't know what the Wizards are thinking on this one. So not not good. So not a good trade for either of those teams. Don't like it at all. The only I would say if a team had to win this trade, it would be the Mavericks because they got 2 first round picks. So I like that one for them. I just like that they get some picks there as well. All right, let's look at another one. Chris Paul got traded to the Raptors. That was not good at all because the Raptors just got cash along with him. So they're going to cut him eventually. So I think that'll probably be good. I think Chris Paul probably needs to just call it quits and go retire and do something else, I guess. But so now you look at let me see another trade here that happened yesterday. Um oh yeah, February no, let's stay on yesterday. Lonzo Ball got traded to the Jazz from the Cavaliers, which I don't understand that at all. The Cavs got 2 second round picks. Lonzo kind of is trash now. I mean, he kind of always was. But you look at the Hawks now; they got Jock Londale. Um, so the Jazz cut Lonzo Ball when he got traded yesterday, so he can go wherever he wants. And the Cavs, they just opened up a bunch of cap space, and then they got James Harden. Which is kind of a crazy thing to think about. So we'll talk about that one later, but I think that's interesting. Let's find another one. Let's go February 3. We're gonna go back 2 days. Here was an interesting one. The Bulls, Pistons, and Timberwolves. A full trade here. It was Mike Conley and Jaden Ivey got sent to the Bulls. The Pistons got Kevin Herter and Dario Saric and a 2026 first round pick swap with the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves just got cash. So I don't know what to think about that one. Uh, Timberwolves are obviously just trying to get Giannis, but it didn't work out. So that's tough for the Timberwolves, I guess. But they still got Dosumu earlier. Uh, Probably, I would say, probably that's probably not the biggest trade. This was the biggest trade at the time on February 3rd. Um, the Jazz traded for Jaron Jackson Jr. And it was a huge trade, big trade all around. Jock Londale's got traded around a lot the last couple of days. So the Jazz got Jaron Jackson Jr., obviously, John Conchar, Jock Londale, and Vince Williams Jr. And now you look at the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies get back Kyle Anderson again after they haven't had him what 2 years, something like that. Then you look at then they got Taylor Hendricks, Georges Niang, and three future first round picks. Um, the Grizzlies are a weird team. They borderline, I would say they're borderline um, playing. Probably going to be a lottery pick if I were to guess, but you never know. And the Jazz, they just suck. The Jazz are about 20 games under 500, 20 games under 500, and they're not good at all. So I don't know what that's like at all. But yeah, weird trade for sure. Another big trade on the third. The Bulls and the Celtics had a little bit of some trade action. Anthony Simons, he got traded again to the Boston Celtics. No, he was traded from the Boston Celtics to the Chicago Bulls, along with a second round pick. Now the Celtics, they got Nikola Vucevic. Now they got a center. They've kind of been needing a center as of lately. They didn't really have one there for a bit. So good that they could finally get a center, I guess. So that's good for them. Let's find another one. Yep, the big trade on February 3rd. The Clippers and the Cavs traded for the Clippers traded for Darius Garland and a 2026 second round pick, and the Cavs got James Harden. Um, the Cavs obviously not having the year that they did last year. Um, it's too bad for them, but this trade adds a lot of depth to Cleveland backcourt. Obviously, Darius Garland's pretty good, but I mean, you still have James Harden, so I would probably still take James Harden. He's There's still rumors about if he was gonna get if he requested it or not. He said he didn't request it, but apparently the Cavs have been going after James Harden for quite a bit. So that's definitely an interesting thing to look at. Um, Hold on, gotta fix something here. But yeah, I like this trade on both ends. I think the Clippers are just unk status now. They get a good, pretty solid young guard in Darius Garland, who I have been I've liked Darius Garland since he's been in the league. So I think it's a win-win for right now, at least. James Harden will probably request a trade in the next year to get out of there. He's just going to go to every other team in the NBA at this point. So there's that. Um, Now let's move to, we're going to go back to yesterday. Going back to yesterday, where my Golden State Warriors made two trades, and this is the first time we've made a trade, the trade deadline in a while. The last 2 years we've actually been active in the trade deadline, so it's kind of weird to see that happen. But the Warriors and the Hawks made a trade last night. The Warriors got Kristaps Porzingis, and the Hawks traded for Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield. So, as a Warriors fan, not a fan of this trade at all. Um, Porzingis obviously adds some height and is a true center, so that's something we've been lacking for a long time. We've never really had a really good true center, so that's good. But this dude is injured all the time. He's injured all the time. So a little worried about his availability. Thankfully, he's still. This is the last year on his contract. So last year on his contract, he's making 30 mil. He probably won't be back next year. I hope he's not back next year. That would be terrible. But you look at what the Hawks got. The Hawks got um, Jonathan Kaminga, who demanded a trade from the Warriors about 2 months ago. So I'm glad he's gone, I guess. I mean, he was fine at some points in time, but other than that, he really didn't do much. So Steve Kerr didn't like him, so he wasn't gonna play either way. So I'll give him that. He's out of there. He's gone. Buddy Hield is gone though. Sad to see Buddy Hield go. I was a big fan of his. Um, Obviously, he came up clutch for us game 7 last year against the Rockets in the first round. Probably pretty much the reason we won that game, especially when Steph was having a rough one. So, interesting trade for the Warriors there. And then right after they made this trade, they traded Trace Jackson Davis to the Toronto Raptors for a second round pick. And that's a really confusing trade, but I guess we got a second round pick this year, so that's cool. Um, and the Raptors got mediocre center and uh, Trace Jackson Davis. So there's that, I guess. But it's interesting. Um, let's keep looking. We're just gonna go back here and look at some other trades that have happened here. Yeah. So the January 31. DeAndre Hunter got traded from the Cavs to the Kings for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis, and the Bulls were somehow involved in that. They got Dario Saric, who I'm pretty sure they just traded away, and a bunch of seconds. So the Bulls are just stacking up on second round picks for some reason. So um, you look at um, you look at that. The Kings absolutely are just dumpster fire. They're so bad. So I don't know what to think about them. Bulls continue to suck. Cavs, obviously, they were making moves so that they could acquire some space for James Harden. And yeah, so moving on to the January 7 trade, which was Trey Young got sent to the Wizard. Yeah, Trey Young got sent to the Wizards from the Hawks, and that was kind of the first trade that kind of changed everything. Um, Started up the trade deadline, and um, he got traded for CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, which is kind of weird, but that's fine. For you got traded for a guy who doesn't play any defense. So Jonah likes to diss Trey Young for not playing any defense. So I guess he'll have that. So looking at players to potentially be traded, Giannis Antetokounmpo, it will not be traded today. So there's that. hopefully, I was hoping he would go to the Warriors or he would just get traded somewhere because he's just suffering. So he's suffering in freaking basketball purgatory right now with the Bucks. They're just absolutely horrifically bad. So you look at another team, another guy like who else? John Morant. John Morant uh, might be traded. Who knows? But I saw two potential suitors will be the Heat or the Kings. The Heat or um, the Heat were going after Giannis um, quite a bit for the last couple of days, but apparently no one just had the right offer for Giannis, and that just really doesn't make any sense to me. So that's rough. And yeah, so I'm gonna look at some other stuff here. Let me just get this. Let me just try to find some news. Um, yeah, so I want to say this about the Mavericks, though, man. The Mavericks just keep overhauling. They just keep trading away everybody. So freaking Anthony Davis, Mr. Glass, um, got traded to the Wizards. That's just an absolutely disgusting trade for the Wizards, man. He's just so bad. He's not even bad. He's just so injury prone that it's just not going to work out. And I don't understand why they made that trade. I understand they're trying to build, get some vets for the young guys um, that they've been drafting, but it's kind of insane, honestly. Why would they trade that? So basically, the Mavericks traded Luka Doncic for Marvin Bagley and Chris Middleton. That just shows the incompetency of the Dallas Mavericks. They're just absolutely stupid. I don't know why Kyrie should be wanting to get the frick out of there too. Cooper Flag, they're not helping him out at all. I guess they got some first round picks, but it's not good, especially when you look at the Mavericks right now. Um, they said they were going to try to keep AD so that he could be back for the playoffs. Yeah, the Mavs aren't even going to make the play-in. They're just not good. They're pretty bad. Um, they currently sit at the 12th seed in the West, and they're 4 games back of the 10 seed. And you look at the teams ahead of them, the Grizzlies. Obviously, they suck too. But the um, Trailblazers are playing well. The Clippers are playing well. The Warriors are playing well-ish. The Suns are playing good. So I don't see the Mavericks making it in the plan. Asks if I think the Bucks can make the plan. The Bucks sit at 20 and 29. They're the 12 seed in the East. And probably not. I heard the Bucks will most likely just shut down Giannis the rest of the year. Um, and not even play him because they're probably just gonna want to tank and get a solid draft pick. And you look at teams ahead of them. The Hornets are absolutely the hottest team right now in basketball. I would argue. And they're making a push for the play-in. Now we can hold on. What that does is it opens cap space for Denver. So Denver can do some stuff now if they want in the next hour and 6 minutes. So yeah, chat. You got any deadline questions? I'll be dialed in and answer them if I can. But You look at the Cavaliers right now, they got James Harden. They can make a push right now, man. They're right there. They're 7 games back of first place in the East, behind Detroit, New York, and Boston. Boston's playing pretty good. They're gonna get Jason Tatum back within the next 2 or 3 months, so that's pretty good. And the fact that Boston is still 3rd in the East without Jason Tatum is just fascinating to me. Um, oh, Chris Boucher got traded to the Jazz from the Celtics, so that's new. I don't know if that was, like, recent or something, but, let me look at some other teams here. Other teams, the Trailblazers didn't really make any moves, I don't think. No, they did something. I swear they did something. Maybe not. I don't think they did, I guess, huh. Just trying to find some more stuff. The Grizzlies, I mean, they got they just need to they need to make up their minds because John Morant really isn't doing anything for this team. I mean, he signed a really lengthy extension. He's not helping them out. Where is he at? There he is. He's taken up 39 mil. So he's their highest paid player by quite a bit. The next closest is 18 mil. Nope, 21 mil from Contavious Cotwell Pope. That's really not good. And you look at Ja's stats this year. Let me see these. He's averaging 19 points a game, and he's injured. So he's averaging 19 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, 8 assists a game. So that's interesting. Yeah. So if I'm the Grizzlies, I'm making a move. I got to get rid of John Morant, even if it's for not much, because you can get a draft pick from a team like the Kings, or you get some help here with from the Heat. The Heat would definitely offer something there. So I think that could be something to look at as well. Looking at Jones, there's that. Uh, that's an impactful trade at all, but I guess we'll see. That'll be interesting. So we officially have an hour left until the NBA trade deadline. I'm looking at some intel here, apparently. If it'll load. Hopefully it does. Online. We've been here for a half hour. It's pretty good. Okay, let's see if anything interesting has popped up. Josh Minot got traded. Okay, so the Warriors are reportedly still working on a trade. They're they're still making calls and trying to get some things done. Hopefully it's Brandon Pajemski. Hopefully they get rid of Brandon Pajemski. Um, okay, breaking news as of now. The Sixers are trading Eric Gordon to the Memphis Grizzlies. So now the 76ers can sign a two-way player from the G League. So there's that, I guess. Um, yeah, yeah, that's good. Okay, so that's good. I'm glad the Warriors are making some are talking about making moves right now. That's good. The Knicks, they're talking about the Knicks right now on ESPN. They the only thing I think they've done is Alvarado. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that I've seen them do. So that'll be I'm interested. They really didn't do much. They didn't push for Giannis at all. Even they were a top 4 favorite to get Giannis, and they did not even try to show any effort to get Giannis. So that's interesting. Let me see if I'm trying to read the screen here to see if they have any trades that are potentially gonna go through here, or any trades that I missed. ESPN should just trade Kendrick Perkins to freaking anywhere. He hasn't talked about anything. So another big thing to talk about is the Bulls, because the Bulls are just acquiring every guard in the NBA somehow. So I don't know what they're doing. They're kind of a joke right now. But got any? Nope, nothing. Trying to just refresh my page constantly. But apparently Miles McBride will be missing time. Quite a bit of time, apparently. They say they don't even know if he's gonna make the playoffs. Interesting. That's very interesting to look at. You just get a new one? Nope. Talking about the Super Bowl. But we'll be talking about the Super Bowl probably Saturday. We'll have our Super Bowl predictions on Saturday. That's my guess. Might be doing some analysis over the Super Bowl tomorrow. But yeah, gotta turn on Shams notifications on my other device here. So yep, the Bucks will be keeping Giannis. The Bucks are keeping Giannis this week for the rest of the year. Okay. Nothing new yet. Okay, we got alerts for Shams on here. That's good. Was hoping we get Giannis traded during this live, but unfortunately, that's just not gonna happen. That's all right. Okay, here we go. So they're talking about Giannis right now. Okay, so they're saying they don't think the Bucks will shut Giannis down. They think he's actually going to come back and just play. He's only played 30 games this year. 28 points per game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. That's still insane. So okay, under an hour, 54 minutes remaining. 54 minutes remaining. And I didn't even know Eric Gordon was on the 76ers. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know he was still in the league, if I'm being honest. So there's that, I guess. But refreshing constantly. One second, boys. Give me very interesting that Giannis is considering playing again. I find that very interesting. Windhorst seemed pretty confident that he was not going to play. Yeah, Giannis, no timetable. He's projected out 4 to 6 weeks still. And he got hurt about what, 2 weeks ago? So that could really mean any time. I just think the Bucks made a bad decision in hiring Doc Rivers, which was really not good at all. Right. Haven't had anything in 8 minutes. That's interesting. All right, boys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll put this up right here so you guys can see it if it updates. Still nothing. So you got 50 minutes. So yeah. Okay. So now it's looking like John Morant probably will not be traded as of right now. Apparently there's just no market for John Morant. Nobody wants him. I mean, I wouldn't want him either. Um the Lakers are still looking to make a couple of moves potentially. It's just crazy to me how freaking they had they had Giannis just talk about all that garbage today or the last couple weeks, and now he's just gonna stay there, and then he's gonna get traded this summer. But looking back at this Warriors trade, I'm just glad, honestly, just glad Kaminga's gone. Um, Not a huge fan of Porzingis. Never really been a big Porzingis guy. Obviously, he was really good with the Celtics when they won that championship. Was that 2 years ago already? So hopefully he can just play like that again, but I would doubt it. Looking at some other deals. Oh, so the reason that the 76ers haven't been uh-oh. Oh my word. Okay, here we go. Breaking news. Breaking news. The Los Angeles Clippers are trading Avika Zubac to the Indiana Pacers. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. They don't have who it's for though. They just say that he's getting sent there. The first big trade that we're breaking. The first big trade we break on this live. Avika Zubac is heading to the Pacers. Okay, so the Clippers, man, are they just giving up? Because he's been with the Clippers since like SGA. So, wow, that's fascinating. I wonder who they got in return. They photoshopped him in really fast too. Interesting. Zubac to the Pacers. Well, that shows that the Pacers aren't completely just giving up because obviously they're having a rough season, but Tyrese Halliburton's gone. He's out for the year. They lost Miles Turner, all that. Wow. Okay. That's cool. That's very, very cool. We got a trade, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. Glad we have that one now. First trade at the deadline for us. It's cool. So, yeah, that's an interesting trade there. I do like that trade a lot for I do like the trade for Indiana. That's really good. Clippers, that's a little confusing. I did know they were shopping him around. Um, I did know that, but I didn't think they were actually going to because of their recent success. But I mean, they just got rid of Harden. They brought in a young guy in Darius Garland, who's, don't get me wrong, he's a good player. But now, um, yeah, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the Clippers are doing unless I'm missing something. I don't know why ESPN's not talking about this. They're just showing Donovan Mitchell highlights. So there's that, I guess. If this dumb thing would load, holy smokes. I can't get any breaking news now because it's loading. We just broke that news before ESPN broke it. So that's kind of cool. About Zubac. They're not even talking about it. What? All right. Anything. Nope, nothing. Okay. They're watching film right now. What is it? What? Okay. We'll see when Jonah hops on here, but hopefully he does. I don't know. James Harden to the Cavaliers. That's just a weird thing. Okay. Also, remember, guys, We're trying to hit 200 subs by the Super Bowl, so we're 51 away, 51 subs away. They're really just not even breaking news like they said they were going to. There we go. Benedict Matherin's going to the Clippers in quite a bit of picks too. Whoa. Benedict Matherin's gone. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. Pacers are sitting 2 firsts and a second in Benedict Mathurin. Interesting stuff. Under 40 minutes, chat. Under 40 as we await the deadline. Yes, that is interesting. They're talking about Kawhi potentially being traded. I think that's definitely should be talked about. Freaking guy. I mean, they're just giving up everyone right now. Yeah. So the Clippers have traded two of their star players, and now the Thunder have their first round pick this year. That is interesting. Kawhi Leonard could be on the move now within the next half hour, but probably I don't know, but I don't know who they would trade him to though. That's the only problem. Yeah, the Clippers were down. Okay. Oh, they're just nothing new. So we got about 35 minutes left till the we haven't even gotten over an hour yet, but we could probably go. We're gonna go till 2, guys. We're gonna go till 2. We're gonna go till the clock strikes 2 o'clock, and then the deadline will hit. So yeah, Kawhi Leonard potentially could be on the move this summer or now, honestly. But I don't know. I don't know a team that would want to trade for him. I don't even know a team that could trade for him. But man, oh man, I mean, a team like the Hornets, they've made a bunch of moves. They could potentially do something. The Mavericks, they got a bunch of picks that they just got. So that's a lot of interesting things going on right now. That Clippers trade, man, that might be monumental because that could that might be the next domino, the second domino to fall from the Clippers. Uh, Draymond Green will reportedly remain with the Warriors through the trade deadline. Um, he was only involved in trade talks with the Bucks, not with any other team. So doesn't looks like Draymond Green's probably going to be finishing out his career with the Warriors, which is fine, I guess. But got a feel for Benedict Mathurin though, one of the longer tenured Pacers, and getting shipped off to LA. Some weird, interesting ads going on right now on ESPN here. But yikes. Got 32 minutes. 32 minutes. Nothing new quite yet. Hopefully something big happens here within the next half hour. But we've been live here for about an hour. Um, Recapped all the trades that have been going on. Um, there's been a couple baby trades, but I'm hoping the Warriors do something here within the next half an hour. I mean, that that would be very nice. We could do something just to get some depth. Just please get rid of Pajevsky, bro. But keep Moses Moody. If I were to say that if we need to keep anyone, it's obviously Curry, Jimmy, and Moody. I think we have to keep Moody. Moody's a really underrated player. So we've been going for an hour. Got half of an hour left. Next couple minutes, I'm just gonna go plug something in. Got to go plug in my news source. I'll be getting Shams noties on my phone, so I'll be able to see that. I'm also watching ESPN thing right now. Under 30 minutes officially until the trade deadline. Yeah. Okay. So talking about Draymond Green, he'll be staying, um, which is fine. Again, I'll reiterate that it's fine. It's whatever. But he was. It sounded to me like Draymond Green was ready to go, not like legitimate. He wanted to go, but he was like packed up and ready to go. Talking about the Warriors right now. Interesting things going on. Yeah. So they're talking Draymond Green. He has a player option. Um, he could be involved in trade talks again this off season. Because I have no doubt the Warriors will try to go after Giannis again. Especially we can get a sign and trade or something because this Warriors team right now is not good enough. Not good enough at all. Steph's still balling, but Warriors. Yeah, the Rockets, Timberwolves, the Thunder have all but locked up the one seed. I mean, unless they go on a slide here, I don't see them not taking the one seed for the third year in a row. Then the Spurs and the Nuggets. The Spurs are next up. They're 5 games back. Um, but the Timberwolves are a really scary team to look at. The only thing is that they're right now they'd have to go play Denver in the first round, which is not ideal, especially when they don't have Carl Anthony Towns anymore. Julius Randle's fine, but he's not going to give you the same production that Carl Anthony Towns would if you're going up against Jokic when they played him. Was that 2 years ago already? So that's just something to look at. But I mean, What they're not talking about is the teams like the Jazz and the Hawks. I mean, they're bottom of the league right now. They suck, but they're making a lot of moves, and I got to give them a lot of props because they're making moves. They're getting draft picks, and they're getting impactful players, especially the Jazz. The Jazz got Jaren Jackson Jr., so now they're gonna have Jaren Jackson Jr. and Laurie Markkinen. Jaren Jackson Jr. is like 6'11", and Markkinen's like 7'1". So that's gonna be a um, really tough duo to stop. So I think that's interesting. But we got 24 minutes until. Yeah, so now they're talking about the Rockets potentially needing to make a move, which I just don't see that happening. I don't think they really don't have any assets to trade that will help them right now because they're not going to want to trade for uh freaking Amen Thompson. He's a core piece. Kevin Durant's not. He's Kevin Durant's still amazing. He's still an all-star, but Kevin Durant's gonna. They're sitting. They're sitting fourth in the West. I mean, that's as good as it's probably gonna get for them, unless the Nuggets go on a slide. But I don't think they will. Um, the Rockets they're in a win now situation, but they're. I definitely think that there's like for me right now in the West, the Warriors and the Lakers need to make maybe one more move. The Warriors definitely need to make a move. Lakers, they've been doing some stuff today, I guess, already. But teams in the East, I feel like all the teams in the East have made the moves that they need to. The Heat are one team I would like to maybe do something. They haven't done anything. They have not really done anything today or throughout the week. But we got 22 minutes, and John Morant has yet to be traded, which I said earlier, I don't think it's going to happen. Do I think it should happen? Probably. I do think it probably should have. So, yeah. Yep. Trade. The Hornets are trading Tyus Jones, the newly acquired Tyus Jones, to the Dallas Mavericks for Malachi Branham, who was already traded in the Wizards trade. So now um, the Hornets open up $7 million in trade exception. Interesting. Interesting. So the Mavericks get another point guard. So Tyus Jones, no disrespect, bro. He's a dog. He's a dog. Um, Malachi Branham, don't really know who that is, but I mean, I'd rather be going to play for the Hornets right now than I would the Mavs. The Mavs are in shambles. Frick, they're not very good. But the Hornets, they can play for some contention right now. So we'll find that out. But 20 minutes officially. Doesn't look like Jonah's gonna make it on. But that's all right. At least you guys got to watch me for an hour and a half. Just got to rant about the NBA for an hour and a half, so that's always fun. I'm just hoping they just say something about Ja. Like, are they looking for trades right now? Are they not? What are the Warriors doing? Yeah, nothing. Now there is still they do have like a grace period. It's like from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock or 2 to 5 or something like that, where they can still finalize deals and make things still happen. But rarely do those happen. I mean, those are kind of the mini trades for like draft picks and stuff like that. Um, so we'll see. But under 20 minutes officially now. They just got to say something to me about Ja. The Mavericks had interest in Jones all season, apparently. That's interesting. So here we go. ESPN's coming back on for the last 18 minutes. Yeah, man, they're showing rookie Ja highlights, bro. He's been in the league for 7 years already. He's just a dog, man. I mean, not anymore. Okay, 16 minutes now officially. This has been kind of a wild trade deadline, if I'm being honest. Just it's more confusing because like last year was the most confusing because Luca got traded, Jimmy Butler got traded, and Anthony Davis got traded for Luca. Everyone was getting traded last year, but now with these trades this year, I'm just confused on why anyone's why certain someone's going anywhere else. Like Buddy Hield and Jonathan Kaminga to the Hawks, and Kristaps Porzingis coming to the Warriors. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't see that coming. James Harden to the Cavs. Didn't see that. Didn't see that happening either. So it was kind of this has been a good trade deadline, honestly. Probably one of the better ones. 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes. Here we go. Okay, so the Bucks Suns trade has just been expanded. So this includes the Bulls again. So Nick Richards is not going to Phoenix. He's going to Chicago. No, Nick Richards was not going to Milwaukee. He's going to Chicago. And Ousmane Dang is going to Milwaukee. So interesting stuff. Jaws shooting 24% from 3-point range. That's rough. The Chicago Bulls are now in talks for Ja Morant. Okay. So Sacramento and Chicago, those are the two teams to look at. Apparently the Heat have dropped out of the Ja race. Who would they trade him for? Levine? No, DeRozan. Last thing you want to see is Ja Morant in Chicago, dude. Ja Morant's going to go to O Block for every game practically. All right. Under 12 minutes till the deadline hits. Yeah. About 10 minutes. Will anyone make an offer, make a finalized trade within the next 10 minutes? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. But this is a pretty fun sports week, man. I mean, the Olympics kicked off today. Haven't watched any of it. I completely forgot about it, but I'll probably watch some hockey. Um, yeah, trade deadline today. NFL awards are tonight, which I should probably watch, considering most of this channel is based around football. We should probably talk about that. I don't know. We might recap a little bit, but here's Jonah. Here's Jonah. Jonah, welcome to the stream, guy.
What's up?
Welcome to the stream. We got 10 minutes left till the deadline hits.
All right.
We've been going for about an hour and a half already, bro. Dude, we've only had to break one like really big trade.
What was it?
Avika Zubac got traded to the Pacers
Interesting.
for Benedict Mathurin and
Mm.
2 firsts. So they think now that's since the Clippers are trading a bunch of people, they think Kawhi Leonard could potentially be going within the next 10 minutes or this summer as well.
Interesting. Did you talk about all the trades from yesterday?
Yeah, a little bit, but I kind of went over them briefly because I knew you would probably get on, so then we could just recap them together and share our
Yeah.
full thoughts.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about first here?
Let's chat about this Warriors trade, bro, because I was absolutely devastated this morning when I saw this trade. I already said this a little bit here on stream for the chat, but I'm glad Kaminga's gone. He was kind of just ticking everyone off, me included, and Steve Kerr didn't like him apparently. So I'm glad he's gone. Sad that Buddy Hield is gone, but I don't know what to expect from Kristaps Porzingis, bro. He had one pretty good year with the Celtics when they won their ring, but he really hasn't done anything since that. So that's pretty much all I had.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that trade. It's just a desperate move for the Warriors. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie. I don't think Porzingis is that good anymore. But like
I agree.
Kaminga's not really good either. So I don't think it's really a big trade. It's kind of just a basic trade. But I mean, at the end of the day, Porzingis has a lot of potential. He's what 7'4" and could shoot the three.
Yeah, yeah,
So I mean, if you couldn't have a healthy season with Porzingis, man, I think he could produce like 15 or 20 on this Warriors team, but
yeah.
it'll
He
be
just
interesting.
yeah. I saw he could potentially come back from injury on Saturday against the Lakers for his first game, so that'd be
Mm.
interesting.
Did
Um,
Pods get traded too?
no, they said the Warriors are working on trades right now, so I'm hoping and praying Paz is included in this trade. So I'm hoping and praying he gets traded within the next 6 minutes. So we had
Mm.
6 minutes left till the deadline. What's another one? You want to talk about freaking James Harden?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, crazy trade. Apparently, they've been talking about this for like 6 weeks. It just broke the news like 2 days ago that they were looking at him. Um, so that's crazy. But before, when I talked about this earlier, that was before Zubac had gotten traded. So I'm like, this might be a decent pickup there for the Clippers, but it looks like they're selling house right now. But I do like it for the Cavaliers because it doesn't matter if James Harden's fat or not, he still produces good numbers, and he's pretty good buddies with Donovan Mitchell. So I think that'll work out pretty good actually. So I think it, and he had some good playoff experience as well.
Yeah. I don't know. This is a weird trade to me.
I agree.
Obviously, Harden is still decent in my opinion, but the Clippers were like one of the best teams going into the deadline. They started off the season really bad, but they've been turning it up lately. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think if I'm being honest, it's a really dumb trade by both teams. Number one, for Cleveland, you trade away probably your franchise player. I get that Mobley, but he's only
Yeah.
25 years old.
Yep.
And I just don't think James Harden over Garland is going to make you a finals worthy team, if I'm being
Yeah.
honest, especially after getting rid of DeAndre Hunter earlier in the week.
Mhm.
So I don't really get what the Cavs are doing. I can understand what the Clippers are doing. I mean, noticing that, hey, you got a lot of guys who've been playing well. You've been playing well, so you might as well sell them high. I really like that for the Clippers, but at the same time, like you could realistically compete in the West. It's pretty wide open at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know what to think about Darius Garland, man. He's like what 2, 3 years ago he was an All Star. I
Yeah,
think he was
man.
a might have been a starter even. I can't remember exactly, but
He was pretty good.
he
Still
was
is.
really good. But I just don't know. It's that this trade to me is weird. Both teams don't really benefit from it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers, especially the Clippers, do long term, but I don't get why you would. I don't know, especially after trading Zubac too, or Zubac. That's just I don't get it. So
Yeah. And we're talking about trades that don't make sense. Anthony Davis got traded to the Wizards. Probably one of the worst trades I've ever seen in my life, if I'm being honest, on both sides. I don't neither team won the trade. Neither of them won their trade. And I said if one team had to win the trade, I would probably say that the Mavericks did because they got first round picks out of it. Um, the Wizards got a man made of glass who's nearing the end of his career, and they're trying to pair him up with Trey Young, who Jonah loves to say, make fun of Trey Young, saying he doesn't play any defense. So, like, I don't know how that is going to work at all. Mavericks got some Unk players and Chris Middleton. Um, so I that's probably my least favorite trade of the whole week. I just hate it so much for both teams.
mm,
Um, they were trying to keep Anthony Davis for the playoffs, but uh, at this rate, they're not even going to make the play in. So I guess I can understand that, just trying to get some picks, but still,
yeah, you know, I didn't really like this. I really don't like this trade for Dallas because number one, the Luka Doncic trade that was basically your
yeah,
only guy you got in the Luka Doncic trade, and if you're giving up that much of a investment towards Luca, you kind of gotta put in some
yeah,
return of investment and actually put him on the court. I mean, it's not like he was out for the whole season too. He's
no,
going to be coming back in like a couple months. So I think it's really stupid for the Mavericks to do that because I
hmm,
they're not getting better by trading him. They don't get a better player out of this deal. And for the Wizards, I actually really like it because he was really low of a cost. Like Chris Middleton, they were going to cut him anyways, probably. And I mean, they didn't have to trade Alex Sarr or Bill Alcubelli, who were both heavily discussed in that trade package. So you keep your young guys, you get Trey Young, you get Anthony Davis. You actually got a solid starting five now with Kubeli, Alex Sarr, Davis, Trey Young. Like that's
yeah,
a decent starting five. But at the end of the day, though, it's not really the move I would necessarily make when you're like a bottom three team in the East.
yeah.
But I still like it. I mean, Anthony Davis, you got AD for really cheap. I mean, you got him for cheaper than Trey Young actually. So
Somehow, yeah,
I just think that I just think that that's a very petty move by Dallas just to get rid of Anthony Davis. I mean, I mean, not much else needs to be said on that. I don't like it for
I don't,
Dallas.
yeah, I agree. Um, yeah, so we got under a minute left. We got 40 seconds till the deadline hits. Um, I was really hoping the Warriors would make one more move, get rid of Pods. Frick. Looks like he's going to be on the roster for the rest of the year. Frick. It's too bad. Um, but I said this earlier. I think a team that I thought did a pretty good job uh, this deadline was the Hawks. I know that they didn't make any like huge moves, but they put a lot of good role players together. They got a good young, pretty solid young player in Jonathan Kaminga. Maybe he'll play better. I don't know, but I don't know. But I think the Hawks did a pretty solid job this trade deadline, picking up some assets. to build for the future because Zachary Ricochet is really probably not all that. Probably one of the worst number one picks I've seen in my memory. But yeah,
Yeah, I think you know what. Even though they didn't get Giannis, man, I think the Timberwolves
I agree too. Yeah, they
they
had a
did really
really
good. They got rid of Mike Conley, as we know. Mike Conley,
on status over there, bro.
that guy needs to go. And the main thing for Timberwolves was getting a point guard, a quality point
Yep.
guard. And Dasumu, I mean, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. I love the guy. I mean, he was probably the second best player on the Bulls outside of Kobe White, which I don't know where Kobe White went. Did he go to Charlotte?
Did who?
Where did Kobe White go?
Yes, Kobe White is on the Hornets now. Yes.
Yeah. So, anyways, I mean, really good trade. A lot of people are really like Rob Dillingham. I don't know why. Rob Dillingham has only averaged 3.5 points in his NBA career so far.
Yeah.
So Rob Dillingham sucks. And I mean, you gave him
The
up
Bulls are just
for one of the most
stacking up on
underrated
guards too,
players.
bro.
So I really like the Sumu. He's going to be really good with this Timberwolves team.
I
And
I I agree.
I mean, they're really good now. So that's all they needed. I didn't even think they needed Giannis. I just think they needed
I
a
don't think
point
they
guard.
yeah, I don't think they did either. I mean, they were just trying to like what we've been seeing is when teams try to just stack up on star players and they get two or three of them, but the supporting cast is just so beans. Like it's just terrible. But when you get a team like the Timberwolves, you don't need a Giannis. You just need another glue guy like Dosumu, who had a really good season last year, and now he's going to play with Anthony Edwards. So uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's kind of the route now that the NBA has is you get one star player and you just do everything you can to build a really good team around him.
Yeah. I mean, they're definitely going to be really scary, man. Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about. I think the Bulls easily lost the deadline,
Yeah,
bro.
they definitely did. They definitely did.
They gave up Vucevic. They gave up Kobe White. They gave up the Sumu. They gave up. They basically were the Minnesota Twins of this year's
Yeah.
NBA, and they didn't really get that much of
They
great
didn't get a
talent out of
first
it.
round pick, bro.
They didn't get a first round pick. They got Anthony Simmons, who I'm gonna be
And
honest,
Jaden Hardy.
I'm
Or
Jaden
Jaden Ivey,
Hart.
Jaden Ivey, Jaden
Jaden
Ivey,
Ivey's
Jaden
not
Ivey.
bad, but
He's good. I
Anthony
like Jaden Ivey.
Simmons, I don't like because he's the worst defender statistically in the NBA. Like he is so bad at defense. He can score the ball fine, but he's a very hot and cold player. He has a really bad games. He has really good games. He's
Yeah.
not consistent, and he's really bad at defense. So I think Anthony Simmons sucks really bad. Jaden Ivey is decent, but you basically gave up Jaden Ivey for three borderline stars. I
Yeah.
wouldn't call them stars, but they're three borderline. They're three starters, three quality stars.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
the thing is, too, if the Bulls, man, is similar to a lot of these other teams, is that it's kind of wide open this year, and they weren't playing bad necessarily. So I think this solidifies that they get a 10 seed, and yeah, the usual Hawks versus Bulls playing matchup at 9 versus 10.
Nah, man. I think the Hornets are gonna come up and take one of those spots.
Hornets,
The Hornets are playing good, bro.
they're not playing bad, but I don't know.
It's an interesting one, bro. But I mean, I don't think I have anything left.
Jared McCain, you
Jared
got to.
McCain, yeah, right. Yeah, Jared McCain. Uh, the Sixers gave up on him way too early, man. Now I understand they have Tyrese Maxey, they got BJ Edgecombe. Who are both better than McCain. I'm not gonna not say that. I'm not gonna say that he's better than either of them, which I don't think he is. But the fact that they trade him to the Thunder, bro, like you're gonna trade him to any other team. Um, so I'm just I think that's a good another pickup for the Thunder, man, especially with SGA being hurt now for the next couple of weeks. Um, I think I think that's a really good pickup for them. Another good confidence booster for Jared McCain.
Yeah. This is probably the single worst trade at the deadline, value wise. Jared McCain is worth at least 2 to 3 first rounders, if you ask me, and he was traded for a first in 3 seconds. Now, granted, he was injured. He only averaged like 6.5 points this year, but Jared McCain averaged like 20 plus last year, and
Yeah, he was balling before he got
he was
hurt.
getting votes for rookie of the year. So he was at the
He
top of
would have
his
won
class for
too.
rookies. Yeah, he was at the top of his class for rookies. He was the reason why the Sixers won 35 games. Like,
Yeah.
if it wasn't for him, they would have probably won like 7, like that one year, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so I know the Sixers don't need him, but I
And the
just
fact that they traded the best player, arguably from last year's class, to the reigning champions, like
yeah,
that's a whole nother thing.
yeah, and the Thunder too have a lot of guards, but a lot of them are injured. Isaiah Joe's, I don't know what his deal is. I think he's hurt. SGA's hurt. I don't know how long. So I mean, it was a very low risk trade considering the Thunder have a crap ton of draft picks. They could just trade for whoever they want. I mean,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna need what they're not gonna need 20 roster spots in the next 5 years. Like,
Yeah.
you have at least 5 of those spots filled for the future. So
Yeah.
the Thunder, I think this is going to be the start of just a super team.
Yeah.
I think that they did this strategically too by having a guy on the rookie contract, not going out and getting Giannis or Ja Morant. I mean,
Hold on,
and like,
we got some breaking news here.
okay, let's hear it.
The Brooklyn Nets are waiving Cam Thomas.
Really?
They're just cutting him.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Really
He can go
interesting.
wherever he wants.
Really?
Yep. I mean, he's not a team first guy, bro. He's just stat padding whenever he's out there.
That's wow.
They could have got some trade value from him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, Igor Demons, I think he plays for Nets, but
Yeah,
Igor
he does.
Demons
Yeah.
playing all right. I mean, but at the end of the day, though, the Nets are just looking to completely start over. So
Again.
the Nets are just so bad.
Yeah, they're
It doesn't
poverty
really.
franchise.
I don't care that he's not a team first player, bro. He was the best player on their team.
Yeah.
So like, I don't. He was their only player that could score a bucket, quite literally.
Yep.
I hate that move.
Yeah, it's really not good. They definitely could have got some trade value off of him, man. I mean,
Yeah.
now he can just go wherever he wants. He could go to literally any team. He could join the Celtics, bro. He could join who else is kind of point guard needy-ish. I mean, he can go literally wherever he wants now. And my guess is he's going to try to go to a contender because, I mean, why wouldn't you? But still, that's a terrible move by that immediately in my mind. That's a terrible move from Brooklyn. So, but I mean, I don't think I have anything left unless you do.
No,
I
got
guess,
it out the way quick.
yeah. I mean, tonight, if we wanted to, we could do our NFL award predictions if you wanted.
I like that.
Okay, because I know
That's valid.
the award show starts at 8, so we
Yeah,
could go at like 7 or something and do it before.
I like that.
Okay. So with that, boys, we're gonna be back later tonight doing that stuff. So thank you guys for watching our first NBA stream. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys later tonight. Peace out.